Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'm going to do part 49 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. In today's video guys, we're going to go ahead. How did my battery go back up? I think my battery went back up once. It's been going down slow the entire time. It's only at 90. Anyway, I continue the conversation with the robot factory boss story, and while they build the robots, I go into my office and wait while I do that, I go ahead and set up the factory security system. That way, whenever we do find a good robot that could be one of the security guards here, it will be ready. You turned away from the vibrant design bay, confident that your challenge had ignited the fire you need to see in each of them. The energy behind you surged with creativity, metal clinking, code compiling, sparks flying, but now it's time for your next move. You walked down the polished corridor towards your private office, the automatic doors sliding open with a smooth hiss as you approached. The room was sleek and modern, with wide glass walls offering a panoramic view of the factory floor and the town skyline. Beyond, a large curved desk sat at the center, lit by ambient lighting from beneath and lined with hollow screen ready to display anything you needed. On the wall, a digital map of the factory pulsed softly, a real-time interface of every room, machine, and camera. You sat down in your chair, the cushion adjusting automatically to your posture. With a flick of your fingers, you brought up the security core interface on the central screen. Delta's avatar appeared, floating beside the display as a glowing silhouette of her face. "Initializing security protocols," she said smoothly. "Would you like to designate security zones, set access restrictions, and prepare AI integration for future patrol units?" You nod. "Exactly. Start prepping everything so we're ready when one of those robots proves worthy of promotion." The screen split into several panels. One for zone designations, including mapping out the sensitive areas, R&D lab, server hub, AI core room, power generator wing, and of course, your office. Another for ID-based access control, so only authorized staff and eventually select robots could enter. A third showed robot integration protocols. You flagged it for special use, uploading a special code that would allow you to input custom command phrases once the right prototype was chosen. At the top of the protocol list, respond to Triton's voice as top authority. Delta chimed in again. "Security system now active. Placeholder profiles for future robot units added. Once a prototype is approved, I will assign it to a root and override default sentry parameters." You leaned back, saw the glowing screen reflecting in your eyes. This wasn't just a factory anymore, it was becoming a fortress. Your fortress. Outside the office glass, you could see the applicants hard at work. One girl in the corner was assembling what looked like a hummingbird-inspired bot with glowing wings. Oh, that's cool. Another was debugging the speech recognition on a bear-shaped mech with glowing cyan claws. The competition was fierce, but the possibilities were even greater. Would you like to watch the process from your office and make mental notes? Call that to the scanner code for early standouts. Walk out and give them a sudden twist or test, see how they adapt. Hmm. I sit there and look at the monitors to see how everybody is doing. Here we go. You lean back in your chair, the smooth synthetic leather adjusting to cradle you just right as the room dimmed slightly, responding to your presence and focus. The main monitor expanded to a grid of live security feeds, offering you a crisp, real-time view of each corner of the design bay. 16 screens lit up in front of you, each one showing a different applicant immersed in their own work of creation. A low hum filled the room, the sound of dozens of mechanical tools and coding consoles hard at work. From your command center, you observe the birth of machines, each small, each unique, each filled with potential. Camera 3 shows a young man wearing fingerless gloves hunched over a sturdy bench, screwing in the final joint of what looked like a metallic tiger cub. His tail twitched as he carefully tested limb movements, wires briefly sparking before being sealed inside a protective casing. The cub raised its head as he programmed in voice commands, its glowing yellow eyes blinking once, twice, as it stood up on all four legs. Holy cow. An older woman with gray streak. Okay, camera 7 shows an older woman with gray streaks in her hair and laser focused eyes was designing a tortoise like bot with heavy armor plating. She ran simulations on a nearby display, watching the shell open and close defensively with precision timing. It was slower than the others, but clearly designed with durability in mind, perfect for guarding access points or absorbing impact. Camera 12. A sleek fox-like bot was being pieced together by a pair of twin brothers. Its eyes twitched with reactive sensors, and its paws lit up with tiny jets for short bursts of high-speed dashes. One of the twins ran voice tests, giving it verbal prompts. The bot responded immediately, tilting its head toward the nearest camera. Your camera. Oh, that's creepy, actually. Camera 15. You spotted the kid who'd mentioned the crab earlier. He had gone all in. His robot crab now had a shimmering silver shell and six articulated legs. It skittered across the bench, balancing on uneven surfaces while its tiny camera eyes tracking his hand movements. He was laughing to himself, totally in the zone. Camera 1 shows a quiet woman working on a serpentine bot shaped like a feathered dragon. Okay, that might be the one that wins. Coils of metal overlapping with fluid motion. She wasn't rushing. Every movement was careful and elegant. She whispered commands softly, and the bot lifted its narrow head, blinking once before curling protectively around her wrist. Delta's voice popped up low and focused. Surveillance running at optimal efficiency. 9 of the 16 applicants have successfully programmed basic movement. 6 have implemented voice command protocols. 2 have preliminary security response code fragments. Early standouts. You watched, calculating, judging, not harshly, but with the eyes of someone who knew what they wanted. Those weren't just robots, those were possible teammates, guardians, symbols of the world you were building. And soon, you'd have to choose. Would you like to wait until their build time is over and gather them for demonstrations? Call out one specific applicant now and observe their prototype up close. Contact Delta and ask her to run simulations based on their robot's code. I kind of want to actually do the second one. Call one specific applicant now. It doesn't say their name. I kind of want to see. I'd go back into the design bay and go up to the woman that's building. That's building. Uh, Serpentine shaped like a feathered dragon. The serpentine feathered dragon robot. Oh my. This is cool. I do like how it gives so much details. I'm still trying to figure how I could do this, because the problem is I've done most of the characters now. When it comes to like the ones I always do on the character AI, I haven't done the hybrids yet, obviously, but I'm talking about like I created most of the ones I like. I'm scared if I keep going, it's going to flip and make more of the same thing over and over again. You rose from your chair with quiet determination, the office lights dimming behind you as you stepped out into the hallway once again. Is this place so advanced that flipping has lights that will just turn off when you leave? It's kind of cool. The echo of your footsteps bounced off the polished floors, and as the wide oval doors to the design bay opened, the atmosphere hit you immediately. Focus, electricity, invention. Everyone was deep into their work, sparks dancing across soldering arms, lines of code racing down hollow screens, and the hum of mechanical life quietly filled the air. But your attention was locked on camera one's memory, the one that had stood out in elegance and instinct. Your boots echoed softly as you walked between the rows of workbenches until you reached her. She was standing over her workstation, both hands carefully adjusting the feather-like alloy plates on a sleek, serpentine dragon. The creature was about 3 feet long, winding in a loose coil on the bench, its body made of lightweight scale-patterned panels that shimmered with a soft, open sheen under the factory lights. Its head was narrow and sharp, with a pair of glowing blue eyes and two delicate horn-like fins. Despite being artificial, the thing breathed subtly, pistons beneath the plating simulating a gentle rhythm. It looked alive. The woman didn't look up at first. She was whispering to it, testing code through soft, emotional prompts rather than blunt command lines. Then she noticed your presence, felt it maybe, and so he turned her gaze to meet mine. Her eyes were calm and intelligent, deep brown and observant. "Hello, Boss Trenton," she said respectfully, not nervously, just aware. The dragon looked at its head slightly at my presence, its eyes walking onto me. It didn't hiss, didn't posture. It watched, waiting. "I saw your work on the monitors. There's something different about what you're building. It's graceful and purposeful." She gave a small smile. "I call it Feather Coil. It's inspired by Eastern dragons, but I wanted to give it wings like a mythological quetzal, a creature that protects its home through wisdom and awareness, not just power." The dragon's wings were folded tightly against his body for now, feather-shaped patterns layered over hidden, lightweight servos. You could already imagine it larger, gliding through the rafters of your factory, a guardian of the skies. Yep, and does it respond to him? Yep. You asked, gently testing her programming claim. She nodded once, then turned to the dragon. "Feather Coil? Greet the boss." The robot blinked, then extended its wing just slightly in a flourish, and uncoiled slightly, slithering forward until it was close to my boots. Then, a fluid, respectful motion, it dipped its head low. A bow. That's actually neat. It recognized you. Delta's voice chimed through a speaker nearby. "Feather Coil's command tree confirms dual voice recognition. It responds to both user and boss Trenton. Clean code. No signs of aggression scripting." You look back at the one. "What's your name?" Yep. "What's your name?" "Kala," she replied. "I've worked with wildlife drones for years, but I always believed machines could be more than tools. They can protect, understand, bond." You felt in her tone. This wasn't just a project for her, it was a connection. Would you like to ask her more about Feathercore's abilities? Put Feathercore through a quick test to see it move and follow your command? Announce to the group that Feather might be a finalist for security upgrade. Well, Kala. Yeah, it's not going to get it right. You might be one of the potential security system robot candidates. Because honestly, Feather Coil is pretty cool. I wish I would get the word Feather Coil. I look at the robot and then say, "Hey, buddy." Oh, no, that ain't gonna work. Wasn't it? There we go. There we go. Kyla's eyes lit up with a subtle but unmistakable spark of pride as he spoke. "Well, Kyla," he said, folding her arms without approving of, "you might be one of the potential security system robot candidates. Because honestly," he turned your gaze onto the serpentine figure on the workbench. "Feathercore was pretty cool." The moment your words landed, Feathercore raised its head again, slow, graceful, and alert. You stepped just a bit closer, crouching slowly to meet its glowing blue eyes directly. "Hey, buddy," he said with a calm, confident tone. Vertical blinked once, then slithered forward in a smooth motion. Its metallic body made only the softest whisper of sound as it moved across the surface, cooling once near your feet before stopping. It lifted its head towards you, then lightly brushed its pointed snout against your outstretched hand. Oh my gosh, I love it already. It's loving on me. It's a flipping robot. The temperature of the surface was warm. Kyle installed heat distributing fibers beneath the plating, simulating the body heat of a living creature. It was subtle, but human, welcoming. Delta chimed in softly from the outheard. "Boss Triton, weather calls and acknowledge your voice and presence. Loyalties subroutines active, awaiting command input for further behavioral analysis." Almost like a problem. Try giving it a try giving a command, she offered gently. "Something simple." The slither around the room as it arose and sprout its wings. Command to return to. Okay. Feather coil. Dang. Can you slither around the room just for a minute? Please? I. There you go. That's really cool, honestly. It's funny how somebody mentioned. It's funny because when I first did this earlier, they were mentioning about wanting to build about them building a dragon or a phoenix, but only one person has actually done that so far, and that was this person. That's why they stood out to me. I mean, seriously, if you make a dragon or a dinosaur or flipping Pokemon like Lugia, you're gonna stand out instantly in my book. If I had a real life robot factory where nothing would ever go wrong, that's exactly what I would be doing. In fact, I might still make the robotic for alligator bodyguard for me. Even though I'm the boss of the place, I might actually do that. No, I'm never sure. He's mine. He won't never. I want to worry about anything evil happening. We're just good. Farrakhan's eyes flickered gently at my voice, the blue glow intensifying ever so slightly, almost like it was focusing and processing your command. You straightened up and gave a small, clear gesture with your hand. "Okay, Feather Cole, can you slither around the room just for a minute, please?" There was no hesitation. With a fluid, almost hypnotic grace, Feathercool uncoiled itself fully and slinked off the bench, landing on the floor with a soft, metallic whisper. Its movement was mesmerizing, each scale panel of its body shifting with perfect coordination, creating a seamless serpentine glide that barely disturbed the floor beneath it. Kyle stepped back respectfully, watching her creation come to life. Feathercool curved left, then right, sliding between workbenches and past wide-eyed applicants who all stopped what they were doing to watch. The fox paused mid-trot, The mechanical tiger lowered its head. Even the twin birds stopped the size Federal coiled around a chair leg, then unwound, its long form never once breaking rhythm. You could hear whispered reactions ripple across the room. That thing's alive! It's beautiful! Wait, the boss a security system candidate? As the minute passed, Federal began its return trip, tracking a wide loop back to your position. It didn't rush, didn't stumble. It flowed like water shaped by thought. When it reached you, it paused, coiled itself gently once more, and sat upright with its wings slightly lifted in a fan-like flourish, almost like a dragon presenting itself to royalty. Delta spoke in through the speaker near you. Mobility test complete. Balance 100%. Precision 97.2%. Respond to vocal command flawless. Feather coil exceeds current prototype movement standards. Careless small arms crossed over her chest, not in arrogance, but in satisfaction. You looked at Feather coil, it looked back at you. Tell everyone Feather coil is officially under jurisdiction for the security upgrade. Prepare Feather coil for a second, more complex test to another applicant to see how the bot compares. Well, so far, you have a great chance to be one of the potential security system robots. I want to say Feather Coil. There you go. Kelly's face softened into a look of quiet gratitude as he turned to her, your voice carrying a subtle authority that made the room fall into an even deeper hush. Well, so far, Kawa, you said, glancing between her and the gleaming form of Feather Coil, this creation of yours has a great chance of being one of the potential security system robots. Around you, several other applicants frozen mid-weld or mid-coat, eyes looking toward Kawa and our dragon-like machine. Furthercore responded to my statement with a gentle trill, an audio cue that Cole had clearly programmed to express positive acknowledgement. It was almost bird-like, soft and echoing like a song of pride. Cole bowed her head slightly, not of ego, but out of respect. Thank you, Boss Trenton, she said steadily. Furthercore was built to listen, adapt, and protect. Whether it guards a hallway or your office personally, it will do so with honor. Feathercoil coiled itself beside her, now resting comfortably with its wings tucked as if it understands what was being discussed and was waiting for your next word. Delta's voice came again, this time directed only to your ear through a private comm device embedded in your coat's collar. Would you like to flag Feathercoat as a priority candidate for final security testing, or hold off until all units are reviewed? The decision rests with you, but clearly your first contender had made a powerful impression. Want to mark Rick was a priority and have Delta begin security integration simulations? Hold off and continue watching other applicants? Ask Federal to rate a defensive maneuver in case of intruders. Well, you're doing a great job. Finish up what you need to with Feather Coil. And show me everything when he is done. Okay? Colin nodded with a look of firm confidence, her hands resting gently on the edge of her workbench. Thank you, Boss Trenton, she said warmly. I'll make sure every feature is tested, refined, and ready. When Feathercool is done, I'll bring them to you personally for full demonstration. Feathercool gave a soft mechanical hum, its eyes pulsing in rhythm with your name, as if it was already forming a bond with the leader of the factory. The creature coiled up beside Kala's workstation again, now cooling in standby mode, conserving energy until its creator made the next move. As you turn and walk away, the room seemed to regain its energy. Applicants whispering, tools clattering back into motion, wires connecting, metal being shaped with renewed determination. Your presence had inspired something. A push. A challenge. They now knew what level of excitement they had to rise to. Excellence they had to rise to. Hal already returned to her station, running final calibrations and refining feather coils, wiring, articulation. She wasn't rushing, just perfecting. Delta's voice echoed quietly in your comm once more. Feather coil marked as a monitored high potential candidate, awaiting your signal for final review. 11 applicants remain in progress. Now the question is, what's your next move, boss? Want to check on another stand-up bird? Make a speech to the rest of the applicants? Return to your office and let Delta scan for others nearing completion. Just say the word and we'll keep building your empire. Yep. And there was an idea and I forgot what it was. Now, before I leave everyone, I want to let you know that just because is a potential candidate doesn't mean that none of you still have a chance. This building is huge, and it could definitely use with some security system robots, not just one. That way we can guard most of the building without any issue. There you go. You stopped near the center of the design bay, turning slowly to face the rest of the room. All eyes were already on you, some curious, some anxious, and some burning with renewed determination after what they just witnessed. Soft hum of machines paused again. Even Vertical tilted his head slightly as you began to speak. Now, before I leave, yep, your voice turning smoothly through. I want to make something very clear. You glance over your shoulder toward Kyla, back to the room. Just because Kyla and Feathercore are potential candidates doesn't mean the rest of you are out of the running. This building is huge, and let me tell you, one robot isn't enough to protect a place like this. A few heads perked up. You could feel the shift in energy, your words reigniting the fire that might have wavered in a few of them. I could definitely use more than one security robot. That means any one of you could still land the job, not just as a builder, but as the mind behind something important. If your bot listens to commands, moves right, and shows it can protect, then it has a shot. You pace a step forward, letting your gaze sweep across the factory. Think of this place as more than just a factory. It's going to be a fortress, a place of innovation. And yeah, creativity is the fuel, but function, trust, and loyalty are the frame. He paused to let that settle in. So work hard, build with purpose. Show me what your creation can really do. A murmur of renewed focus passed through the room. One applicant saluted you playfully with a wrench. Another nodded firmly, already pulling the robot's head, causing... Okay, wait. Already pulling the robot's head casing back off to tweak the wiring. The twins exchanged a glance and immediately began refining the vocal response code in their Foxbot. Kiowa, back at her workstation, smiled slightly, but she didn't let it distract her. She continued her work, already testing Feather Cole's lightweight defense matrix. Delta's voice. Morale across the design floor increased by 32%. Excellent leadership delivery, boss. You stirred the hive. Now, would you like to return to your office and have Delta monitor for progress updates? Check out another promising robot prototype in progress. Security start thinking about forming a small elite group team of robots. A guard team. Hey, while everybody is working, was there anybody else that was working on any animalistic Pokemon? Or even another dragon or dinosaur? If there is, I would love to see it too. Was there anybody else that was working on any animalistic Pokemon or even another dragon? If there is, I would love to see it too. Crimson Dragon? I was about to say, my brain thought pull on like, wait, dragon. I don't know why my brain's like, that name. Delta didn't even need more than a second. Her voice came through smooth and crisp in my earpiece, the kind of tone that always made you feel like someone had your back. Affirmative, Boss Trenton. I flagged 3 additional projects that meet your criteria. Animalistic, mythical, or Pokemon inspired. 1 dragon, 1 dinosaur, 1 possibly a Pokemon. Want a rundown? You know, once already making your way toward the next hours, Delta pulled up live Delta feeds and began to break them down. Project name, or number 1, project name, Crimson Spine. That's a pretty dope name. Type, dragon. Builder, male, late 30s. Glasses, heavy into aerodynamics. Camera feed, 6. This dragon wasn't sleek like Feather Coil, it was built for intimidation. Crimson Spine had plated armor down its back, a modular tail with detachable segments, and retractable wings with turbine vents. It gave off a Sky Patrol meets War Machine vibe. Still incomplete, but it was already standing upright doing partial mobility tests. Delta noted, Builder is testing voice recognition and limb rotation. No aggression protocols. Early signs of combat-capable frame. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's ironic. Because I was really thinking about naming my naming the Paradox Farragut if I ever made one that actually worked like the ones in the games. I was actually going to name him Iron Jaw. That's like the only good name you come up with a robot for robot Farragut. They're like Robot Spike or Iron Spikes or something, but I wouldn't. Number 2, project name Iron Jaw Rex. Type dinosaur, Tyrannosaurus based. Oh my gosh! I'll build teen. She's a teenager, dude. Teen girl, late teens, punk style, mechanical prodigy, camera feed 11. This thing was a beast. Short arms, massive legs, and a heavy reinforced skull plate that suggested it was designed to ram threats out of existence. Despite its size, the robot moved shockingly well. It walked on 2 legs and even responded to motion sensors, growling when someone came too close. Voice command pending. Movement 86%. Stability. Reinforced plating. Potential guard unit for the outer perimeter. And number 3, project name Azure How. Suicune. Pokemon inspired, based on Suicune. Builder, quiet girl, early 20s, smooth coding style. Camera feed, 9. This one was beautiful, sleek, four-legged with trailing light fiber ribbons and a shimmering reflective finish. It walked gracefully, almost floating, with energy pads on its feet to muffle sound. Its eyes were crystal blue, and the ribbon sensors trailed behind like a comet tail. When it turned, it did so like it was dancing through water. Delta added, prototype exhibits loyalty coding, silent movement protocols, currently being tested for stealth security role, builder inputting dual voice command systems. Delta's voice clicks off what she added. Would you like to approach one of these prototypes now, boss? I recommend Project 9 if you want elegance, or Project 11 if you're looking for brute force. Your choice. Who we visit next? Is it Project name? Okay. Azure How, Iron Jaw, and just wait. I walk over closer to the builders that designed Crimson Spine, Iron Jaw Rex, and oops, Azure How. Oops, but how wrong? There. Hey, you with the other dragon inspired robot. You with the Tyrannosaurus looking robot. And you with the robot that looks like your designs look really cool too. You three also have potential. There. I would love to see somebody make a Lugia or even a honestly it'd be really cool to see a for alligator one too. But alright guys. I will be back.